Yo, what it do, guys? It is your boy, Leon Mooky here, and I'm back with another new part of What If Izuku Had a Keyblade. This is part 8, and in the last part, I went over Izuku basically fighting against his inner darkness so he can control it, and then vice versa, controlling his light, which gives him access to being able to dual wield his Keyblades. However, it was soon followed by that of Nejire, as she was ordered by Ryuko to keep an eye on him. However, she still has to keep an eye on him, but she doesn't believe that he truly is the Vigilante. But even so, Izuku now has to work harder to keep himself, his identity, more secretive. So, with that said, let's get into this, shall we, guys? Back as it's still the remaining 2 days left before Izuku has to head back to UA as they reopen their doors after the incident at the USJ. However, as for Izuku, he's a lot more, careful and a lot more better. Especially going out as the Key Warrior, now that he has the Organization 13 coat. Not only that, it's easy to be maneuverable around. It also hides his face a lot better than that green cloak that he always wore. Right now, he's now chasing after a giant flying heartless that looks like that of a mixture of a fighter jet, with it began dropping bombs and heartless onto the streets, with the heroes trying their best to take out the heartless. Good thing that they're weak, so they are. As for Izuku, he's rushing after the vehicle heartless with not even breaking a sweat, as he's using his original Keyblade, which he now has a name for it, as it's named the Little Hero. Not only that, he isn't just using the Little Hero as well. He's also using another Keyblade, that being All Might's Keyblade, as it's named the Legacy, which Izuku was surprised and shocked on why is it called the Legacy, but didn't matter, as it is his strongest Keyblade, physical wise. And not only that, he's wielding both Keyblades in a reverse grip, backhand style, with rushing toward as he's catching up with the Jet Heartless. It noticed Izuku. It brings out that of two turret guns firing at the green net, with soon Izuku dodging each and every shot before trying to jump on top of it, with then firing at him once again, with then Izuku blocking each and every strike with both his Keyblades, before soon bringing him down onto the left side of the wing, making it uneasy, before soon using the Little Hero to cut off the turret and the wing together, before jumping off onto to its main head, as then he channels his fire magic through both his Keyblades, with then slicing off the head, as then the Heartless soon drops down to the ground onto the streets, with it soon dragging through the concrete streets, destroying a bunch of cars and signs in the process. However, soon it begins to fade, but then Izuku actually rolling onto the ground, using his Keyblades to stop his momentum, as then he's began breathing deeply, is thinking, out of all the Heartless I have faced against, that one has to be the strongest. No way in hell I'm going to be able to face against something like that again. But if then him loosing his joints in his shoulders and arms, but then thinking, even so, it was taken care of. Too bad about the property damage, though. I really wanted to keep it to a minimum. With soon the heroes noticed Izuku saying, "Hey, is that the Key Warrior?" With one of them saying, "No, it can't be. He's wearing a totally different cloak. Could it be somebody similar to him?" Great. If it's a copycat, then with soon Izuku saying, "Well, better get going before Ryuku and Nejire senpai show up." With soon dispersing his Keyblades, as then he runs up one of the building walls, jumping from building to building, about to find a alleyway where he can change out of his dark cloak. With then soon Ryuku and Nejire finally show up, saying, "Did we miss him?" With soon one of the pros saying, "Yeah, you just missed him. But however, we're not sure if it was the Key Warrior this time." With soon Ryuku saying, "What do you mean?" Within a female pro hero saying, "Well, it seemed like this one was wearing a black coat. Not only that, we couldn't even get a good look at his face, like it was completely shadowed entirely. But not plus, unlike the Key Warrior that had one of those key-like swords, this guy had two. Not only that, he also fought with a backhand style." With soon Nejire saying, "Backhand style? You mean like reverse grip? Isn't that what it's called?" With then Ryuku saying, "Yes, it is, Nejire-chan. But even so, if we're facing against basically copycat vigilantes, then we got a problem on our hands. Also, what about the villain from before?" With then the villain saying, "Yeah, about that. When that Key Warrior or that copycat or whatever the hell he is took it down, it soon disappeared. And we have no idea where it went. Possibly it used that. It has that of a teleportation quirk or somebody with a teleportation quirk. Or possibly the Key Warrior killed him by disintegrating him entirely." With then hearing this, saying, "Then this one is possibly a murderer, but it's not. We need to keep an eye out. We can't rule out any possibilities. Everyone, what about the villains that you all fought against?" With soon the other female hero saying, "That's the thing. That other villain dropped multiple villains onto the streets to cause distractions and also cause destruction as well. When we defeated them, they just faded and disappeared, like they weren't even there to begin with. We don't know what's going on. Do you, Ryuku?" With the dragon female hero couldn't help but say, "I don't. But I think it's about time we start to understand what's happening in this city." With then as the remaining past days, Izuku began getting his own training in using his new Keyblades. Not only that, he also spent one of the days basically going all over Masafu in all the district cities of Tokyo to find specific keychains for his Keyblade. However, he was only able to find a few of them. That being that of an Endeavor keychain, a Hawk's keychain, and surprisingly, a Eraserhead keychain, which is so rare given that Eraserhead isn't a corporate sellout, unlike a couple other pros. It seems like it was made during a promotion as a spokesman for Underground Heroes after all. And it turns out, Mr. Aizawa was the only one that they could use. Knowing this, Izuku couldn't help but laugh, as part of him actually wants to show it in front of Aizawa, but part of him realized that if he does, most likely Aizawa's definitely going to kill him. Or worse, expel him from UA entirely and never be able to come back whatsoever. And we can't have that after all. Then it's the day that's finally come, as it being the return of the student at UA, with soon Izuku going to his classroom, soon saying, "Hey, Uraraka, Ida, Tokoyami," with then seeing his three friends, as soon they all say, "Midoriya, how was your time?" With saying, it was okay. Lucky that I did get off a little easy, given that it was in a emergency and self-defense after all. With then Tokoyami saying, "You should be lucky." To be honest, a lot of us were worried that you would get hurt, but finding out that you were the one who took down one of the villains, it was surprising. With soon, Ochako saying, "Yeah, are you sure you're okay? I mean, you did. We found out that you end up passing out." With soon, Izuku saying, I'm fine, trust me. You guys don't have to worry." With then the three look at each other. With soon, Ida saying, "Okay," but soon he grabs onto Izuku's shoulders, saying, "Don't try to do something that risky again, Midoriya. You once again, you did have us all worried." With then Izuku saying, I promise. With then soon, as the doors soon slide open, as it being that of Bakugo, because since the week has gone by, and also counting the weeks where they were off of school due to the USJ event, that also counted for Bakugo's suspension as well. With then Bakugo saying, "What?" With soon Kirishima saying, "Hey, Bakugo, you okay? Good to see you're back, man. How was your time off?" Saying, "Not even worth it. All I did was just get nagged at by my damn old hag of a mother. While you bastards basically got a chance to continue getting stronger while I'm being left in the dust." Within, see you saying, "Well, if you didn't end up trying to hit Midoriya and end up trying to hit all of us in the process, then I don't think that would have happened." With soon Bakugo saying, "What the hell was that? Do you want to say that to my face?" With soon Kirishima saying, "Chill, Bakugo. Don't take it so serious, man. Trust me. It's not." With then soon Kaminari saying, "I mean, to be honest, you didn't really miss much. Besides that day that we were attacked by villains and Midoriya ended up saving the day by taking out one of the villains, causing them to retreat, I don't think it was any problem. Besides, the rest of the villains were cleaned out by the teachers, so you didn't really miss much." But soon, Bakugo didn't even hear the rest of Kaminari's words, as he only focused on the one part where Izuku took down one of the villains at the USJ, as his eyes have that of pure, unadulterated rage and jealousy and hatred towards Izuku, as saying, "Deku, no, I refuse. I refuse to be behind that worthless nerd. Not one bit. Not again." With then, Bakugo's darkness still continues to linger. However, as Bakugo was about to go over to Izuku and explode him, as his palms were sparking, but soon the bell begins to ring. As then Izuku saying, "I think we better get to our seats now before Mr. Aizawa shows up. Because if we don't, most likely that..." As everybody begins fearing on what their homeroom teacher would do, with soon Momo helping out Izuku, getting everybody to their seats. Bakugo's the only one who isn't, as soon he calms himself down, as this darkness soon begins to fade away, and as he sits back to a seat, which is still in front of Izuku, with then, as he wanted to glare at the greenette, but decided not to. With then, the doors open, with then Aizawa basically having half of his face bandaged up, with the left side of his, face bandaged alongside his mouth. However, his right eye is basically still good to go. With then Mina saying, "Oh my god, Mr. Aizawa, are you sure you're good enough to be, teaching us?" With soon Aizawa basically removing some of the bandage from his mouth. With soon saying, "I can't just be spending time resting while still you all have to work. And not only that, I can still walk around and move. So that's all that matters right now. Before we start class, Bakugo, I hope that you learned your lesson after your little incident at battle training. You can't just do whatever the hell you want just because you had praise back in your middle school. This is a school training the next generation of pros. You need to start acting a little bit more decent around those around you. Got it? With then Bakugo just scoffs. With the Aizawa saying, got it? With then Bakugo saying, okay, I get it. With soon, and then looking at Izuku saying, also Midoriya. Within Izuku flinching a bit, saying, yes, sir. Saying, I appreciate the help back at the USJ, but try any of that shit again, and most likely I'll also suspend you from school. Understood? Saying, yes, sir. It's you're not a pro yet, and I am. It's my job as not just as your teacher, but as a hero to protect you all. And seeing at least one of you putting yourself in danger to help me. How can I call myself a hero if I can't even protect any of you? Within hearing this, Izuku kind of feels bad about his actions. But even so, he doesn't regret them, as he would do it all over again if he could. But soon, as I was saying, now, with that out of the way, just want to tell you, your fight isn't over yet. With soon hearing this, many of the students began getting to be freaked out. But then Mineta thinking, are we going to be fighting against more villains again? With soon Aizawa began explaining, the UA Sports Festival is coming up, so you need to prepare. Within hearing this, everybody soon takes a relief before realizing what Aizawa said, the UA Sports Festival. But then Kirishima's getting excited saying, oh yeah, I'm so pumped. With then Tokiyami saying, the UA Sports Festival. So we're doing that already? I thought that normally comes out the month after this one. With soon Momo saying, I have to agree with Tokiyami on this, sir. What is why the change of plans? With soon Aizawa saying, well, besides not trying to change or cancel the UA Sports Festival or keep it the same, we'd rather make sure that we can tell the public that we have nothing to worry about. Even though the casualties was basically kept to a minimum, especially since I was the only one who got hurt during the whole attack. But even so, UA needs to show that we are not going to be worried about the villains attacking us, that we have nothing to worry about. Hosting the UA Sports Festival at least 1 month earlier than before, it's the perfect way to show that we are not to be messed with, no matter what. With then hearing this, soon, Jiro saying, not only that, the UA Sports Festival is the only way for us to get drafted into becoming pros, right? With soon, Aizawa saying, correct, Jiro. With then, Kaminari saying, the drafts, man, normally we don't have to worry about that stuff until we turn third years. But even so, the sports festival is a good way to show what we can do. With then Jiro saying, yeah, but not a lot of people think about it, and they always miss their shots and always stay sidekicks to a bunch of pros. Most likely what you're going to be, Kaminari. With Kaminari saying, hey, that's a low blow. But then Izuku began thinking, the UA Sports Festival and the upcoming draft once we reach third year. I wonder. With soon, Izuku began thinking about his master. With soon thinking, I wonder if Master is going to be watching me during the event. With soon, Aizawa began continuing explaining, you'll also have at least 2 weeks to prepare for the sports festival. So you better use that time wisely to start training and give it everything you got. It's time to show what you're all made of. It's time to go beyond plus ultra. With then everybody getting excited and can't wait for what's to come. With then the time, as right now class 1A has that of a free period as time went on. But soon Ochako looks at Ida and Izuku with soon saying, Ida, Deku, with then both of them look at her as she has that of an intense aura, as it being that of a purplish aura, and she having a serious face with saying, I'm going to do my best, with soon Izuku saying, okay, with saying, I'm going to do my best, with then Kirishima also getting pumped up as well, as Ochako repeats herself that she's going to do her best once more, with then everybody, with soon Sato, Tokiyami, and even Koda also getting somewhat, well, psyched, but also worried for Ochako. But then Izuku saying, you're really, really intense right now, Uraraka. Is there a reason why? With soon, she's saying, no reason. As soon, it's now time for lunch, as they're soon heading to the cafeteria, with then Izuku saying, hey, Ochako, what is the reason that you became a hero? With soon saying, that's, you wouldn't like it. It's not as grandiose or as honorable as like Ida's, or as determined as yours. Saying, what soon? And soon look at Tokiyami saying, what's your reason for Tokiyami? Saying, my reason on why I wanted to be a hero? As Tokiyami closes his eyes, crossing his arms, saying, I think it's because I want to prove that I can become a hero. Within saying this, Ida saying, what do you mean, Tokiyami? Saying, well, you see, my quirk, Dark Shadow, in the daytime, you can see that it's no better than any other quirk. That's your typical sentient quirk that acts as both that of a long range and mid range quirk. However, during the night, my quirk is basically uncontrollable, hard for me to keep a handle on it. And at the term, it's basically not only that, it's also a form of my inner rage and sadness and hatred and regrets as well. With then Izuku saying, what do you mean? With soon Tokiyami basically looks up into the distance as he's basically remembering an old memory. When I was a child, a lot of people, my quirk, Dark Shadow, seemed like it was that of a villainous quirk. That a quirk like mine was basically used to do that of evil things, sneak around people's shadows, terrify them in fear in dark alleys. Basically, I'm nothing but a person that scares those who in need instead of a hero. Because of all those words, my anger and negativity built up over the years, and soon that became Dark Shadow's berserk form, especially during the night and when the least amount of a light appears as well. Because of that, I was always consumed in darkness. And it's also the reason why I want to prove those wrong. I want to prove that somebody like me can become a hero. That's why. With then hearing this, everybody was stumped, shocked, and surprised. But then Ida saying, that's quite honorable. With then Tokiyami saying, after all, I may be one who dwells in the darkness, but this one who dwells in darkness will use his gifts for the greater good. That's what it truly means to be a hero, after all. Within hearing this, everyone is still shocked and surprised. With then Ida saying, how truly noble, Tokiyami. Then Izuku saying, yeah, it's truly amazing. I'm rooting for you all the way. I'll even support you in your dreams as well. Saying, thank you, my friends. With then hearing this, Ochako feeling even more nervous about the situation. With soon Izuku saying, so your reason, Uraraka, again? With soon she's saying, oh man, even in hearing that, I'm feeling even more nervous. But my reason I'm wanting to be a hero is for the money. With then here as she says this and scratching the back of her head while keeping the least amount of eye contact to the three of them. But soon both Ida and Izuku basically shocked, saying, "For the money?" But then Ida getting out of his shock, saying, "Well, to be financially stable is an understandable reason. We cannot fault you for that." Saying, "Well, yeah, there's that, but soon she began going down the reason on why she wanted to be a hero, as her family is a construction company. However, due to lack of, well, collateral damage, they haven't had much work. So I wanted to help them in any way I can, like even using her quirk to save money on gas, like carrying around most of the, well, construction equipment. But even so, they didn't want me to get involved. They wanted me to find my own happiness instead. So I decided. So she decides to become a hero and sign with that of a successful agency, gain a lot of money, and give her family a good life, just as they've always done for her." With then hearing this, both Ida, Tokiyami can help but say, "That is quite honorable." With then Tokiyami saying, "Indeed, truly, you dare to take on a burden that you have no need to, but you decide to do so. That is truly heroic, especially if it's for your family." But then Izuku saying, "Uraraka's reasoning on becoming a hero is just as great. I see no reason for her not to be able to make it a reality. As for my reasoning, I just want to be a hero that protects everyone, saves everyone. Even being the key warrior, taking on heartless and nobodies, I've realized there has to be more I can do. Maybe, as a pro, I can find that reasoning." But soon, Izuku, having that of a more driven resolved. Soon, 1 week later, Izuku is now in that of an abandoned warehouse as he's training using one of his new Keyblades, being the new Keyblade that he got from Eraserhead, called that of Tired Eyes, as it is a Keyblade that's able to nullify other people's quirks. However, just like Aizawa's quirk, that basically it can't nullify that of, well, mutation quirks, unfortunately, as he's soon deflecting shots of energy. However, these shots of energy are familiar, as they look like that of swirls, because he's fighting against Nejire as she's flying around the entire, well, warehouse, shooting multiple blasts at Izuku. With then soon Izuku dodging each shot as he jumps from that of supporting pillar before reaching that of one of the support beams for the warehouse. As then he begins to channel a bit of light through the Keyblade. But soon he sends a wave of light magic at Nejire. With then Nejire basically dodging it while doing an aileron roll spin, before soon releasing a powerful spiral blast at Izuku, knocking him down, as then Izuku screaming for help, before soon being grabbed by Nejire, as she's saying, "Nice work, nice try there, Izuku," but soon dropping him, saying, "Ow," with then Izuku thinking, "How did I get myself into this again?" With soon remembering, "Oh yeah, I remember." With about a week ago, right after classes finally get to end, so everyone in front of class 1A, many students from that of general studies and also the support course came to class 1A. With then Ida saying, "Can I help you all?" With then Bakugo saying, "You idiots! They're here to scope out the competition for the sports festival. Take notes, idiots. You're basically seeing what a real hero is. So move it, extras, now." With then hearing this, soon Kirishima saying, "Come on, man. You can't just say that." With then Ida saying, "Indeed, you can't just call people that you just met extras." With Izuku basically staying quiet, as then a boy saying, "Wow, if this is how those in Class 1A act, you're basically setting the bar pretty low for you all, as basically a boy that sounds like he has a tired voice. Not only that, he's quite tall, with also having that of purple spiky hair and bags under his eyes, with soon saying, well, can't be too surprised. After all, you are the group of class who survived a villain attack after all. With then Bakugo basically getting annoyed at that, as he wasn't even at the villain attack at all, as he was basically stuck at home. With then saying, my name is Shitochi Shinso. You may not think about it much, but you better remember the name, because I'm declaring war on you all. As he lets everyone know that some in general studies did come to this school to gain an education. However, the majority of them did come to UA so they can become that of pro heroes. But since they weren't able to cut it during the entrance exams practical portion, they were sent to that of general studies instead. But they were also told that if no one in Class 1A is able to cut it, then they were also said that they can take their spots and become part of the class instead. So, letting you all know, you're all on thin ice just in case, if you don't be able to show what you're all capable of. With then hearing this, soon another voice begins to emerge from the crowd, as it being quite loud and boisterous, saying, hey, I'm Tetsu from Class 1B. We did hear that you guys survived villains, but now all I see is a bunch of basically stuck-up brats. So like hell, many of us in Class 1B are going to lose to you guys. Just letting you all know. With then hearing this, both Izuku, Ida, and Ochako, alongside Momo as well, couldn't help but sigh that we're basically put on a target now. With then soon Bakugo saying, it doesn't matter. With soon Bakugo was cut off by Izuku saying, it doesn't matter if you do declare war on us. As Bakugo hears Izuku's voice, but then Izuku coming up saying, even so, we don't plan on holding anything back either. I hope you're ready to basically back up your words in the sports festival, because none of us plan on giving up our spots here in Class 1A, because many of us worked hard to get in this school. And just because many of you didn't get your chance or your shot at the first chance doesn't mean I'm going to basically roll around and pity you for not being able to get for the sports festival, because I aim to win it as well. Not just me, everyone else in Class 1A as well. So don't underestimate us just yet, when you haven't seen what we're capable of. Shinso couldn't help but be shocked and surprised. However, looking at Izuku, he couldn't help but say, well, maybe some of you from Class 1A aren't a bunch of pushovers after all, and entitled brats either. Within, as he looked at Bakugo and says this, with soon Bakugo noticed this saying, what was that? With saying, I'll look forward to seeing what you're capable of. As then Shinso basically leaves. As then Izuku taking a deep sigh and breathes in and out, saying, I hope I... With then Bakugo basically glaring deaf at Izuku saying, I didn't need you getting in my way, Deku. Saying, I wasn't. Seriously, what made you think I was? Saying, because I was basically going to show all these extras what it truly means to be on top. What it truly means for people like them who got stuck in general studies to be in the bottom, just like you. Because if you don't make it into sports festival and gets kicked out of this class before I get the chance to kick your ass, then I'm going to make you regret it. As he says this while grabbing onto Izuku's collar, with then soon Kirishima and Ida soon stepped in saying, that's enough. Bakugo, stop. Saying, cool it, man. Calm down. As the two were separated, with soon Bakugo saying, get off me. I'm out of here now. As then the darkness still continues to flow out of Bakugo, with then Izuku saying, I gotta do something about that. If I don't, who knows what kind of heartless or nobody Kachan creates. I can't handle that. With soon somebody coming through the door saying, "Hey, is Midoriya still here?" With then Izuku recognized the voice saying, Nejire senpai, what are you doing here?" With saying, "You are here. Good. I wanted to ask you a favor, Izuku." Saying, sure. What is it?" "I was wondering during the time off, if you're free, and if I'm free, you want to train together?" With then hearing this, Izuku's brain basically shut off for a bit, saying, "Huh?" With then after that, Izuku said yes, and this is basically one of the first days that the two started training together. With then Izuku saying, "I understand why you're basically one of the best of UA, and why you're a member of the Big Three." Saying, "Yeah, but I'm only ranked number 2 though. I'm not really the best of the best just yet." Within Izuku noticed the look on her face as she's still smiling, but it's more of, that of submission and, already acceptance as well. There's already a guy in Class 1B who's actually number 1 in the 3rd years, possibly in all of UA. His name is Mirio Togeda, and he is amazingly strong, like really strong, and I mean doubtfully beyond strong. But soon Izuku saying, "Okay, I think I get it, senpai." With soon saying, "Oh, sorry, but in seriousness, he's one of the strongest in UA, and personally, I don't think I'm going to be able to beat him this year. I was unable to last year, so doubtful I will this year." With soon seeing his senpai basically feeling this down, is saying, "I believe in you." Saying, "Huh? I believe in you, senpai. I know you can. You can I believe that you can beat him. And if you need extra training, or if you need more ways to improve, or if you can give me his name, maybe I can." Saying, as she soon places her finger on Izuku's lips, within Izuku basically getting all red, saying, "You're sweet, Izuku. I really appreciate that. I really mean it a lot. But, to be honest, you got nothing to worry about. Not one bit. I don't plan on, even though I can't beat him, I don't plan on giving him an easy win after all. That's why I want to make sure that you are able to win, though. I see how strong you are, and I see how determined you are to become a hero. I don't want to see that hard work and goal fade out anytime soon. I swear it. So, let's get down to business. I want to see what that sword of yours can really do." With soon, he's saying, "Okay, I promise you, I won't let you down." As he draws his Keyblade once again, getting back into his fighting stance once more. With then, Nejire remembers, even if he isn't a Key Warrior, his fighting style and how he fights could give me an insight on how the Key Warrior works and how he uses his swords as well. Sorry about this, Izuku. I really don't want to use you like this. But even so, even if you're not, I still want to help you reach the top. I still want to help you get to become the hero that you were destined to be." With then hearing this, soon Nejire prepares another spiral shot at Izuku, with then Izuku blocking it, and then rushes towards Nejire. And that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Love to read them. Also, did you guys like this part? I wanted to focus more on the building of Izuku and everybody else's, development as well. So yeah. Also, things are starting to get a little bit crazy with Katsuki as well. So, look forward to that during the sports festival. So with all that said, hope you guys enjoyed. If you like this content, please subscribe and hit that bell notification to keep up to date with my videos. Also, check out my Discord, gaming channel, main channel, and Patreon. All link in the description below. So, with all that said, this is Leon Mooky, signing out. Later guys, and take care. Shiro, finish it off, my girl.
Hi everyone, this is White Fox. If you liked Leon's video, click the video on the left to see the most recent one. And if you want to see more of this, click the subscribe button and notification bell and check out his playlists. If you still haven't subscribed, do so in the center. With that said, I hope to see you again on my love's channel. Bye!